Hans Themistode, FightHype.com, here with Andre Rozier, one of the best trainers in the world. How you feeling today, brother?
What the deal, nephew?
Another day, another dollar, man. Let's get it in. So, obviously, we have a big fight this weekend with Canelo Alvarez and Haney Munguia. You've been in a ring with both guys. You've had Daniel Jacobs take on Canelo Alvarez. You've had Sergey Derevyanchenko recently take on Munguia in the controversial fight, that was fight of the year. What were your assessments taking on both guys on several occasions?
Well, these were very entertaining fights, and they were very close fights. I mean, really, really close. I thought Danny could have definitely won the Canelo fight if he would have started a little bit quicker. In the home stretch, he was really on point and phenomenal. Sergey was, I mean, we had Munguia basically out. One more clean, sharp, well-placed shot, and I think the referee would have stopped the fight. But it was very close going down the line, and unfortunately, we had a knockdown in the last round, which Sergey boxed his way out of. And I still thought, if anything, it should have been a draw. But Sergey, as you do know, he gets no love. They don't give him anything remotely close if it is close. So we had to move on from that.
Gotcha. I think he just wanted to say goodbye real quick.
Sobrino, mañana?
No.
Wednesday, okay.
Be good, brother. So since you know both guys extremely well, how exactly do you see this fight playing out? Is it 50-50, 75-25? You think it's a one-sided fight? What do you think, man?
Well, I mean, I like the youth and the tenacity of Munguia, but he's in there with one of the kings of the ring right now. And Canelo, I think he knows he has to dispatch of Munguia. He has to get him out of there to bring his relevance rating back up. Everyone's saying that, oh, he's slipping, he's sliding, he's going down the pole and this, that, and the other thing. So he's going to have to bring a truly impressive performance to the table, and I think he's going to do that.
What exactly can Munguia do to kind of get that upset? Is there anything that you saw in several of your encounters with him? Because like I said, you took him on with Derevyanchenko, Torino Johnson, and a few other guys. So is there anything that he can do in particular to win this fight against Canelo?
He's going to have to not make mistakes. That's the first thing. And the second thing is he's going to have to move that head of his all night long. And he's not very good with moving his head. He wants to come and fight, which is going to be to his detriment against someone like Canelo.
Is there any worry from the Canelo side in terms of, you know, maybe like, I wouldn't say age necessarily because he's about 33, 34, which isn't entirely old, but he does have 64 fights under his belt. Can you see him possibly fading during the second half if Munguia can get him in?
No, not at all. Let me tell you why. He's been in so many fights. He knows what the parameters are for winning, and I don't think this is going to be the time where he says, you know what, I'm going to slip and fall and not be the Canelo that everybody's expecting me to be. He's a consummate professional. He knows what it's all about, and I think you're going to see an outstanding performance by Canelo.
If Canelo does pick up the win, about a month and a half later, we'll have David Benavidez. He'll be taking on Bosnovic, hopefully I said his name correctly, at 175 pounds. Do you think Benavidez will have any issues, or not really?
No, I don't think so. I think that Benavidez is going to appreciate the weight gain. I think being at 75, he's going to relish that, and it's going to help him innumerably. So I think that it's going to be all in his benefit.
Can you see a world where in September both guys win, they do meet up? And do you think it would be a bad idea for Benavidez to go after that Canelo fight, only from the standpoint of he just went up to 75, now you have to make that weight cut to 68, which has never been comfortable for him. Can you see that fight happening, and do you think it'll be a bad idea for Benavidez?
I don't think Benavidez should think about 168 anymore. It's been a known fact that fighters have trouble going up and then coming back down. He's a very big athlete to begin with. I think he should just relish the moment of being a light heavyweight now and seek to fight the best of the best. There'll be a unified champion one way or the other after Bivol and Beterbiev get in the ring. So that's what I think he should aspire for, becoming undisputed.
I know you've been on the record with me saying that you expect Beterbiev to win that fight, but would you still lean toward Beterbiev winning if he was to fight Benavidez, who is one of your favorite fighters in the world to watch right now?
No one beats Beterbiev.
Okay. Is there anybody at maybe even the cruiserweight division, or maybe even like a David Morrell, somebody that you're also extremely high on, or nobody gets it done against him?
The only way you're going to beat that man is if Father Time catches him and holds his hand and says, "Come on, come with me." That's the only way. Beterbiev is a wrecking machine. He does so many things well. People will be like, "Oh, he was knocked down." Like, everybody in boxing's been knocked down except for Canelo. That's why it's not going to happen on Saturday. And you just have to say, I know if I do get knocked down, I have to get back up and win. And that's what he did.
In terms of just the Beterbiev versus Bivol fight, and I know you're picking Beterbiev to win by stoppage, but Bivol has such great footwork, and that footwork's going to have to be on display for 12 consecutive rounds. Is that something you think he can do, or do you think just the pressure, the perpetual pressure of Beterbiev is just going to be too much at some point?
I think that it's going to be a fantastic fight. Two very, very gifted athletes, Bivol, Beterbiev. No better fight. It's just, I can't wait for it, because you have the consummate articulating boxer in Bivol, and you have the crushing pressure and tenacity of Beterbiev. What a fantastic fight. I'm glad the Czech put this together. It's bringing back all the wonderful fights that we used to have, and that's where we need to go. And let's hope that we continue this trend of making real fights and not those watered down pay-per-view events that we've been seeing in the past.
Gotcha. Just the last question for you. Tim Zooo, Virgil Ortiz, it was pending because Virgil had to, take care of business against Thomas Delorme, which he just did this weekend, knocked him out in the first round, body shot. So now we officially have Tim Zooo versus Virgil Ortiz. How do you see that fight happening, and will there be an ambulance called before the end of the night?
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic fight. They're going to go to war. I can't wait for it. Two young, hungry warriors going at it, and I honestly, I just can't wait.
Who would you lean towards in that fight, man?
I have to lean towards Virgil, of course. Fantastic fighter. He's coming to get you. His thing is, don't leave it in the judges' hands, which I love, because we've been seeing some of the most horrific judging taking place lately. It's insane. So I would say Virgil. I have to ride with Virgil.
Do you put any stock into, and I guess it's all subjective to a certain degree or conjecture, but most would say that Tim Zooo has fought the much better opposition in comparison to Virgil. Do you put any stock into that, or not really?
No, not really. It's just the...
Of course, we don't pay the bills in Brooklyn.
You will get clipped. It's just that I like what Virgil brings to the table. I think that he's coming to get you all the time, and it's something that I enjoy. I enjoy knockouts. I don't like decisions. I really don't, because decisions end up being an interpretation of an official, aka a judge, that might not have the ability to judge correctly, as we have seen, and then you get the quasi issues that we have had with fights, and the decisions are crazy. I just don't want to see that. I want to see somebody get in there, handle their business, and don't leave it to the judges.
If Virgil does take care of business, does he become the de facto #1 contender to Terrence Crawford? And no disrespect to Israel Madrimov, but I'm only asking that because I know you're expecting Terrence Crawford to take care of business. So do you think that Virgil becomes the #1 contender and the best fight for Terrence Crawford at 154 pounds?
Oh, I think so. I think that's going to be a fantastic affair. I mean, Crawford is moving up, and as we all know, that's my guy. I'm 100% TC. These are challenges that show how great he could actually be, going from 140 to 47 to 54, and these are young, hungry lions, and that's the old lion that has his cave at the top of the mountain, but you still got to go by and see him to get through. So it's going to be very, very exciting and very interesting.
Gotcha. Thank you, Dre. Really appreciate you, man.
Without a doubt, Havoc up in the house. We are in the hurt business, and somebody gonna get hurt up in here.
Thanks, man.